Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Let's start with the concept. A store owner, Emily Lane, runs a cozy Christmas shop in a small town. On the surface, everything is charming. Twinkle lights, wreaths, holiday gatherings. But then murders start happening. Emily is pulled into investigations while trying to preserve her business, keep secrets in the past hidden, manage relationships, and figure out what's true and who can be trusted. That mix of joy and danger, that's what hooked me. I like characters who are multidimensional and have layers. I like environments that aren't simply comfortable, but ones that drop you into tension, into the unknown, into risk. It's the duality of light and shadow. Because Christmas is a time of light, hope, family, tradition. Murder mystery is about darkness, suspense, secrets, hidden motives. Combining them felt like a challenge, but one I wanted to dive into. I kept thinking, what if you walked into a pageant or a holiday festival and behind the cheerful facade something sinister was happening? What if the laughter around the tree is hiding anxiety, fear, unresolved trauma? That became the engine of the show for me. When I read the pilot script for Mistletoe Murders, I found myself immediately invested in Emily Lane. She is not perfect. She carries a history that she's keeping under wraps. She's resourceful. She's compassionate. She's resilient. She has a sense of fun, of warmth, of holiday spirit, but also a steeliness when things go wrong. And I thought, yes, this is a woman I want to inhabit. I want to walk in her shoes. I want to find what makes her tick, why she tries so hard to maintain the facade of holiday cheer while dealing with something far less tidy. What also excited me was the structure. The show's built so that every 2 episodes there's a mystery solved, but overarching through the season is Emily's own journey. Who is she? What is she hiding? Where did she come from? And where is she going? That storytelling model appealed to me. I love when a character's personal arc is given space amidst the external action. Because what makes us root for someone is not just that they solve a case, but that they're transformed by their actions. That they face their past, confront inner demons, risk being vulnerable, and in doing so grow. There's something inherently theatrical about this project, too. The Christmas shop, the decorations, the quaint town setting. It all feels cinematic and playful, but we also anchor it in real stakes. The series doesn't shy away from questions of identity, belonging, fear, truth, relationship. In the interviews for the show, I said I'd fallen madly in love with Emily Lane, and it's true. I wanted good things for her. I wanted her to find peace, to find a home, to find a sense of purpose beyond the constant churn of holiday seasons. That yearning felt real to me. It also felt timely. There's an undercurrent in Emily's storyline that says, we may show up each year, we may wrap the tree, exchange gifts, say the familiar words, but inside we may be longing for something more. Possibly redemption. Possibly a sense of belonging. Possibly simply to be seen. That resonance hooked me because I know so many people who at the holidays feel a mixture of joy and expectation and ache and nostalgia. So stepping into a world where that resonance is played out, but through the lens of a mystery. How thrilling. What about working with the team? From the outset, I felt embraced by the creative minds behind the project. The idea came from an Audible podcast, then adapted for television, and so there was a built-in respect for story and character. The writers invited me into Emily Lane's world early. We spoke about how to build her backstory, how to imbue her with warmth despite the dangers swirling around her. That collaboration matters because as an actor, I feel more grounded and creative when the team trusts you to bring depth, humor, heart to the role. And I sensed that from day one. One of the questions we asked early on was, what does it take for the cheerful veneer to crack? At what moment does the holiday party become a witness scene? At what moment does the receptionist become a suspect? At what moment does the gift exchange get interrupted by a scream? I loved exploring those pivot moments. And Emily Lane is at the center of many of them. She steps into her shop expecting a calm season, then instead she's negotiating clues and lies. That push-pull between expectation and outcome is dramatic gold. Working on location under those festive lights, I also found that the production design invited me to reflect on what Christmas means personally, what it meant growing up versus now. The show invites viewers not just to relax, but to question. Why do we gather? Why do we decorate? What are we hiding behind the baubles? What are we trying to find in the snow? When Emily's past whispers through her present, the series becomes about more than who killed whom. It becomes about who am I? Where is home? Can I trust? Will I be safe? That emotional core is what I latch onto. And as the episodes progress, the stakes go up. You start to get breadcrumbs about Emily's backstory, glimpses of her vulnerable side, glimpses of her strength, and the world around her widens. The police detective, the teen, the other townsfolk, they all bring texture. There are holiday cliches, yes, but we lean into them and then twist them. We lean into the carols and the family dinners, and then someone disappears, someone locks the door, someone finds the note under the tree. It's playful, yes, but also purposeful. One of the things I would tell viewers to watch for, the way the show uses Christmas imagery, snow, mistletoe, lights, carols as more than decoration. The mistletoe itself becomes a metaphor. Who kisses under it? Who lies under it? Who hides under its shadows? The wreaths, the ornaments, they become clues, they become symbols. There's a scene where Emily notices a small ornament that's out of place, and that triggers a memory. There's a moment when the lights flicker in the Christmas tree, and she realizes the power's been cut. These moments, small details, are what tip the mystery. And to me, that's the joy of the show. Another hook for me, the idea of redemption. Emily's past suggests something she may not be proud of. She may be running or hiding. And the show poses, can you build a new life? Can you find a place to belong? Can you be open to help? That theme resonated with me because it's universal. We've all had moments we'd rather forget, or days when we pretended everything's fine when it's not. And at the holidays, those moments feel amplified. So doing a story that says, yes, we love the tree and the carols, but also yes, sometimes the tree hides the secret. That felt honest. In talking about the filming, the team and I constantly looked for ways to embed meaning in the visual world. A scene might begin with Emily selecting a star for the tree, and mid-shift that star becomes both a symbol of aspiration and the key to a locked cabinet. We layered meaning. The camera might show reflections of lights in a puddle, or a wreath half-hanging, or footprints in fresh snow leading away from the shop. Those details anchor the viewer and invite them to look. That's the kind of show I wanted to be part of, one that doesn't just deliver entertainment but invites curiosity. In the end, what hooked me more than any single element was the promise of surprise within familiarity. I love holiday traditions. I love carols, decorations, and gatherings. But I also love shaking those traditions up, gently, deliberately, to ask what if. What if that tree isn't just decoration? What if that wreath holds a secret? What if the snow isn't just serene? What if the greeting card greeting conceals something darker? That tension of what I expect versus what happens is rich territory. And it felt sacred to me. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.